Hi, I'm John,
And I'm Ted.
and welcome back to Awesome Quest.
Yeah.
We're playing a classic Sonic I'm drunk. Sonic stage.
Oh, I wish I was drunk.
I don't drink. Why did I say I'm drunk? I'm high. There we go. No, I'm not.
You're high on life.
I'm high on the fact that I probably should have had lunch by now, but I
Oh
haven't.
no. Okay. Yeah.
I got the hungers a little bit, but I'm not
make you
doing
a bit
too bad.
loopy.
I wanna. Well, I'm not loopy, but definitely I should probably eat at 6.
Yeah.
Because I had breakfast at like 9 a.m. and I haven't eaten anything since then.
Green Hill.
So I definitely need to eat something.
Got to find Eggman quick.
Right. I forgot the controls already.
It is okay. We were doing some between episodes. We're trying a new setup. We got a new mic stand for Ted. Which I think we mentioned in a previous episode, but that might actually come out in the future. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
But what was I saying?
That's classic.
Yeah, we were just checking some audio levels to make sure like everything was gonna work out okay. And it's gonna take a little finagling, but like yeah, everything sounds better. Overall, like we're getting less background noise and a bunch of other stuff, which is really good news. But it does mean, yeah, that's okay. It does mean that like we had to do some checking in between, so there was probably
I keep doing that.
That is okay. There was like 30 minutes
too
between
fast for me.
episodes where I was doing some like just basic audio editing to try and figure out the best way that everything's gonna turn out. And I think we've pretty much nailed it down to like, well, we're just gonna take any high points and kind of reduce them a little bit just to make everything overall fit better together. Just over. That's okay. Hey, we're all good. Everything's fine. There you go.
That was close.
Noom. By the way, if you press down as Sonic while you're running, you'll like roll into enemies instead of just running into them. Or you get invulnerability and just run through them anyway.
Oh. Well, again, I don't play Sonic games, so I don't know what any of those power-ups do.
Yeah, it's cool.
MU. What's to do right here? Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't also help that like Sonic is like built around stupid. Like, hey, this like games like this, you're usually supposed to just go right. Now go left. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of irritating sometimes. Like, don't get me wrong, I love this game. I love Sonic in general. Like, I do, but some of the decisions in, like, modern Sonic are really infuriating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So, yeah, we're in a bit of a different setup than we usually are. Because we got a better mic stand for Ted. It wasn't too inexpensive. Or it wasn't too expensive, excuse me, that was the wrong term. It wasn't too expensive, granted, like, due to the current situation, it did take a very long time for it to arrive. So like if you're looking into doing stuff like this, give all your equipment time. It's gonna take a while before you get all of your equipment, especially. Because equipment, first off, like, your equipment is probably the most important thing, like, outside of just, like, finding a buddy to do stuff like this with. Because, like, realistically, at the end of the day, you want to make sure that your audio is as high quality as you can. You want to make sure that your game capture is as high quality as you can. We were kind of lucky in the fact that I'm a voice actor, so I already had pretty high quality equipment on the audio side, and Ted just bought an Elgato capture card, which makes
Before all this craziness started.
Yeah, before all this craziness started. So like we started from the beginning with pretty good equipment. We could always there's always the chance of us upgrading. Like for instance, I would eventually really like to get you a microphone like this one, just because it's so targeted and we'd be able to do so much more with it that way. Not to mention, like, we're also thinking you were writing a script for a project that eventually will probably be setting him up in my booth and full recording it.
I got a rough outline of that done and a couple paragraphs on it, because I don't want it to be more than like a 5 or 6 minute video.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be. It's just like an introductory kind of like loose glance at it.
What is it going to be about?
A couple of comparisons of Gwyn and Zeus. Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight, and Zeus.
That would be cool.
This will basically give away the 3 things I'm doing, but it's the obvious use of lightning, like the king of the god as position of like the king of the gods, the Titanomachia and the end of the Age of Ancients. And,
that makes sense.
Acts of paranoia, which is like Zeus trying to prevent Athena or his children from usurping him, and Gwyn fearing humanity and putting the seal of fire on them.
Oh, I see. Yeah, all that makes sense. I just didn't think about it.
Yeah, because a lot of games take a lot of inspiration from real-world mythology, folklore, and history. So I think it's interesting to look at that stuff.
Especially Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh man, yeah, him and Dr. Eggman representing how bad pollution is.
Oh my god, that is totally what it is. It's industrialism, isn't it?
Have you read the Sonic Bible?
No.
Well, the Sonic Bible is all about how the Chaos Emeralds are condensed pollution or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Eggman was originally just a nice doctor who was like Sonic's surrogate father.
God, it's been a long time. Okay, so this boss...
Egg Dragoon.
You need to knock the rocks back at him.
How?
All you have to do is jump into them as they're falling. There'll be the gray ones. Yeah, you just have to... But he's got to be in position for it. Like, that's the other thing. This is actually a pretty clever boss. Like, this was... Like, it was very well learn as you go. I also just don't want to make you have to figure it out yourself, because There you go. Yeah, so, like, you just got to make sure that he's in the right spot for it. This is still the same guy who voiced Eggman since, like, the beginnings, right? Of, like, the 3D Sonic games?
Actually.
It sounds like he's the same.
It sounds very much like the same person.
It might be somebody who's doing just, like, a kick-ass,
really
voice match. That being said, like, I kind of hope it's the original. Because that would be so cool.
That would be really cool, because not many voice actors tend to reprise roles in video games. I know, like...
For, like, a long period, like Sonic.
Yeah, and, like, for instance, like, the Tales series, like, the only character who I think has had a consistent reprisal has been Kratos from Tales of Symphonia, who shows up in, well, first off, they had the new scenes in the remaster from about 2000... Not the remaster, but the PS3 release in 2012... No, 2013, I think. They also had him in Tales of Vesperia. He had the same voice actor, and in Tales of the World of Radiant Mythology, from like 2006.
Yeah.
2007, he had the same voice actor. It was Cam Clark.
Cam Clark. I bet Cam, like, insists. He's like, no.
He seems like the kind of guy who's like, yeah, I'm perfectly willing and happy, more than happy to reprise.
Well, I think it's also partially like he's like, come on, guys, can't I just play my character again?
Yeah.
He's mine. Because I know a lot of voice actors become very attached to their characters.
That makes sense.
Especially if they play them for like a really ongoing, like a really long time. Like, well, there's the example of Tara Strong, who was Timmy Turner for
Oh my
what,
god, how
decades?
many years was that? Oh my god.
So, like, that character is, like, a part of her now. So it's hard to, like, if they were to, like, do a Fairly Odd Parents remake, and, like, they were like, we're gonna cast this other person as Timmy Turner.
It would probably be
like,
kind of, actually very upsetting, probably.
Like, like, if I were Tara Strong, I'd be offended. And I know a lot of people were really offended about how that Scoob movie, they, like, replaced a lot of the voice actors from the show, who have been doing it for, again, decades.
Yeah. Well, a good chunk of the original from, like, the 60s are past.
Yeah. But, like Matthew Lillard, I really hope I said that name right, who played Scoob. Like, a lot of people were really pissed, or not Scoob, who played Shaggy. God, brain. I know I personally was kind of pissed that, like, they didn't get him to play Shaggy, because the new Shaggy doesn't sound like Shaggy.
Yeah.
Whip him with your lightning whip. But yeah, like, so whenever I see characters who have, like, tested the times and just, like, same voice actor the entire time, like, I'm so happy for that character, because, like, and happy for that character and that voice actor, because, like, God, it's such a privilege to play a character for that amount of time, I bet.
Yeah, no one will replace Casey Kasem as the true Shaggy.
Yeah, though Matthew Lillard does a very good job.
He did, yeah.
Like, he is definitely a close secundo. Oh, so there's a lightning one over there, so you can ride the rings.
Oh, fuck. I went the wrong way.
That is okay.
Yeah.
Shit happens. Besides, our original title was We Suck at Video Games.
Yeah.
Noom. Well, that made things simple.
Pushing buttons.
Pushing buttons, yeah.
Did I tell you what one of my friend's sisters calls video games?
Pushing buttons?
Button bopper picture poppers.
How old is this person?
About your age.
Okay, good. That's what I was predicting. And I will say I wasn't disappointed. Yeah, I love stuff like that where you're just like, yeah, I don't fucking know what to call this, so I'm just gonna call it something.
Damn it.
Here, just hit that again. There you go. That was weird. Boing.
Okay.
This game is so bizarre. And if you can't tell, Ted and I are both. Ted was in the car for
2 hours.
Multiple hours, yeah, and, like, I worked all day. We're both pretty chilled out right now. Not to mention, neither of us are really, like, I don't know how to talk about this game. Like, I really don't, because it's one of those games where it's just kind of like a thing.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how to quantify it. But yeah, like, it's good to be playing again. I know we say that every single time, but, like, it really is. It's always really nice when we get to start up a session again.
My most recent platform is Hollow Knight, and I'm like, I keep, like, reverting to Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight rules, yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm like, oh, that doesn't work here at all.
Nope. Oh, there was Matt Mercer again.
Why are there so many enemies?
Because this game is weird.
It's gotta go fast.
Excuse me.
Do you think the medals and stuff implies that there's, like, there's an actual, like, military in this world, and that's weird? think about.
I mean, you're kind of a member of, like, a militant resistance,
Yeah.
so, like, yeah, I guess.
But, I mean, I guess there's also, like, the President of the United States or something.
Yeah.
In, like, Sonic Adventure games,
Yeah,
so...
and how Sonic is his best friend.
Yeah.
Well, that was impressive.
That's another thing you'll see in that fan dub. I'll bring that up.
Yeah. That's my favorite part of the, I think, of the Jello Apocalypse video, where he's like, here are some of his friends now! What was it? Mighty the Armadillo, Danica Patrick, and United States President.
Yeah.
Because, like, like, in the Sonic Adventure games, like, they made that such a huge thing that, like, the president was very close to Sonic. It was so stupid.
What am I doing?
You're an arcade pinball machine, my dude.
Oh no, this is bad.
I love the music in this world, though.
I hate this already.
Oh, this, by the way, if you want me to take over, this one does suck. Like, I will tell you that flat out. Yeah, just let me know. Yeah, this one's the worst.
I hate you, Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'll take over.
There, John has it. Oh, well. There's shit down there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just kind of awkward, though.
It is very.
Like, if this were, like, a fully 2D thing, it'd probably be a bit easier. Well, actually, I
Yeah.
don't know, because I haven't played, like, 2D Sonic games.
I have, there's always one level that's, like, casino themed, and it's always the worst.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because, like, it's built on this.
Hookers and blackjack. That's what
Yeah.
it's built on. And bad booze and broken hearts.
That being said, you can usually cheese these levels to give you, like, the most points and therefore the highest score.
Yeah.
Because, like, every time you hit one of those things, you get points.
Points.
Here we go! Yeah. But what have you been doing in the, like, week since I've seen you?
Not much. I've been reading. Like I said, I've been binging through my playthrough of Hollow Knight. I got, I think, 8 of the little mass cart things.
Yeah.
And of course the normal the Forgotten Crossroads became the Infected Crossroads, which I think triggered after I got, like, the Monarch Wings.
Okay.
I'm doing, like, the Gathered Dream Essence thing.
There we go.
And I did, like, 2 of the Colosseum of Fool things, those were interesting.
Yeah.
But what else have I been doing?
Yeah, see, you pretty much automatically get an S rank on
Oh
those
my gosh,
missions.
that's ridiculous. Ugh. Why am I yawning? Holy shit.
Because it's a sleepy day.
Yeah, it has been, actually, now that I think about it. I've been rereading Dunsane stories, the Gods of Pagana and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've been continuing the book I've been reading on Ancient Babylon.
Okay. Nice.
I found out that there is a bunch of, like, free-to-access Sumerian, lexicons.
Okay.
That have put it more into public, because I guess they don't want a repeat of that one asshole who... I can't remember his name. I don't want to say the wrong name, because I might be saying it... One moment. This is actually going to bother me. Because I need to point out the name of the asshole who made, like,
Here. I'll get through
like
the dialogue then.
Like, the Anunnaki are aliens thing really popular. I think the name I'm thinking of is...
Hey, rookie, go to the lab and
Let's
check
see.
it out.
Yes, Zachariah Stitchin. I was not incorrect when I was thinking of names.
Okay.
But he's the guy who're like, yeah, the Anunnaki from ancient Babylonian mythology are fucking aliens from a planet called Nibiru. With, like, and he purposefully basically just, like, snafu'd the translations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, willingly said, nah, it doesn't fit what I want it to be.
Well, that's
And that's one of the kickoffs for modern, like, ancient astronaut theory, which I fucking hate because I hate pseudo-archaeology.
Yeah.
And we are at 20 minutes, so...
So we will stop it here, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye!